everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name's Erica.
And I'm Marco.
So, Marco, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, and I'm really looking forward to our lesson because we're going to the eye doctor today.
Okay, so we've got an elementary lesson about going to the eye doctor.
Yes.
Well, let's get started then with our vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
We have 3 words today in our vocabulary preview. All 3 words come from our dialogue. Our first word is struggle.
Struggles.
Struggle.
Struggle.
So, Marco, when I struggle to do something, what does that mean?
It means it's difficult. It means that you have a hard time, so you can't really do it very quickly.
So you have to try really hard.
You have to try really hard.
Yeah, to do something that's difficult.
Yes.
Okay, our next word is
blurry.
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 Blurry. B-L-U-R-R-Y.
Blurry. Whenever something is blurry, you can't really see it well.
It's not clear.
Right.
That's right. Everything will be blurry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and our final word is
prescription.
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 Often when you go to the doctor and you need some medicine, he writes out a prescription.
Right. A little paper that says all the medicine that you need, and then you can go to the drugstore and buy it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those 3 words you'll hear in today's dialogue, and I think it's time we listen to the dialogue.
Hello, Arthur. What seems to be the problem?
Hey, Doc. Well, I think I might need glasses. I'm getting headaches, and I really struggle to see things that are far away. But I've always had 20/20 vision.
Sounds like you might be farsighted. Okay, then, cover your left eye and read the chart in front of you.
X, E, R, 3, question mark, and I can't quite make out the other symbol, but I think it's the peace sign.
Wow, Arthur, you're as blind as a bat.
Yeah, I know. My vision is really blurry at times.
Okay, then. Head over to the other room and pick out some frames while I fill out your prescription.
Thanks, Doc.
Arthur, that's the bathroom.
Well, this guy really has poor vision, hey? Well, actually, you know what? I've walked into the bathroom, the men's bathroom, actually, instead of the women's bathroom, and that's not because I wasn't wearing my glasses.
It's because you weren't paying attention.
That's true.
Okay, let's take a look today at our language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
The first word on our language takeaway for today is 20/20 vision.
20/20 vision.
20/20 vision.
If I have 20/20 vision,
it means that you have perfect vision.
Which I do not have.
No, me neither. So I usually wear glasses as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, people that have 20/20 vision don't need glasses. They can see clearly.
And perfectly.
And perfectly.
Yeah. Next word is far-sighted.
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 So if I'm far-sighted, I can't see very well, right?
So if you're far-sighted, you can see things that are near.
So you can see things that are far away.
Right.
But things that are close are blurry. Okay.
And the opposite would be?
Nearsighted.
And which is?
You can see things that are close well.
But not far.
Yeah. Okay.
Far-sighted and nearsighted.
Okay, so our next word is make out.
Make out.
Make out.
Make out.
Make out. That's kind of a funny little phrase. And let's listen to a few examples of this phrase so we can understand how it's used.
Example 1.
I can't make out what this says. The writing is too small.
Example 2.
If you look carefully, you can almost make out a few of the stars in the sky.
Example 3.
Can you see what's written on the sign there?
No, I can't quite make it out.
Okay, so basically make out is to see clearly.
Exactly.
Make out.
To see.
Okay, and our last word for language takeaway today is blind as a bat.
Blind as a bat.
Blind as a bat.
So this is a really funny sounding expression, one of these weird English idioms.
Yeah, it's a really common expression that just means that you can't see,
Exactly. So it's not like you actually are blind, right?
but you just really can't see very well.
Okay. All right, we saw 4 great words today in our language takeaway. Now I think we can listen to our dialogue another time.
But this time, it's going to be slower so we can pick up all these great words that we just talked about.
Hello, Arthur. What seems to be the problem?
Hey, Doc. Well, I think I might need glasses. I'm getting headaches, and I really struggle to see things that are far away. But I've always had 20/20 vision.
Sounds like you may be farsighted. Okay, then. Cover your left eye and read the chart in front of you.
X, E, R, 3, question mark, and I can't quite make out the other symbol, but I think it's a peace sign.
Wow. Arthur, you're as blind as a bat.
Yeah, I know. My vision is really blurry at times.
Okay, then. Head on over to the other room and pick out some frames while I fill out your prescription.
Thanks, Doc.
Arthur, that's the bathroom.
All right, great stuff on our dialogue. And with this, we can start now with putting it together.
Putting it together.
So we saw a couple useful phrases in this dialogue, and I think we can show you how to use these phrases in a few different ways.
Right. The first one that we have today is what seems to be.
So we heard in the dialogue, the doctor said,
What seems to be the problem?
we can use this same expression in a number of different ways. Let's listen.
Example 1.
What seems to be the problem?
Example 2.
What seems to be the matter?
Example 3.
What seems to be the trouble?
Okay, so with these examples, we can see how we can use the phrase what seems to be in many different ways.
Yeah, it's a great way of asking, what's the problem?
So now let's take a look at another phrase.
We heard in the dialogue, the doctor said, head on over to the other room.
Right. And with this phrase, head on, we can combine it with other prepositions to indicate another place.
Exactly. Let's hear 3 examples.
Example 1.
Head on in.
Example 2.
Head on out.
Example 3.
Head on up.
Okay, so for example, we can say, head on into the house, it's gonna rain soon.
Or we can say, hey guys, let's head on out to the park.
Or I can also say, head on up to my room, I'll be there in a second.
Great. Those are some cool phrases.
Right, and they're real useful.
So why don't we listen to our dialogue and maybe we'll hear them again.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Seeing Clearly. I'm your host, Kevin, and today we're going to explore something that's crucial for everyone, but often overlooked: our eyes. Yes, our eyes are not just the windows to the soul, they're also the key to navigating the world safely and confidently. So, let's start at the very beginning. Why is it so important to see an eye doctor regularly, even if you think your vision is perfectly fine? Well, eye exams do more than just check whether you need glasses or contact lenses. They can detect early signs of serious conditions like glaucoma, cataracts, macular degeneration, and even systemic diseases such as diabetes and high blood pressure. That's right, sometimes your eyes can reveal problems elsewhere in your body before you even notice symptoms. Now, let's break down the types of eye care professionals you might encounter. You've got optometrists, who focus on vision correction and routine eye exams. They can prescribe glasses, contact lenses, and sometimes medications for minor eye issues. Then there are ophthalmologists, who are medical doctors specializing in eye health, capable of performing surgeries and treating complex conditions. Some clinics also have opticians, the specialists who design, fit, and dispense your eyewear. Knowing the differences helps you choose the right professional for your needs. Visiting an eye doctor can feel a little intimidating at first. Maybe it's the equipment, like that big machine that looks like a robot from a sci-fi movie. That's called a phoropter, and it's used to measure your refractive error, the numbers behind your prescription. Or perhaps it's the retinal camera, which captures a detailed image of the back of your eye, allowing doctors to spot changes in your retina or optic nerve. Don't worry, these tests are completely painless, though you might experience a brief flash of light. Before you even sit in the exam chair, there's usually a bit of paperwork. This includes your medical history, current medications, and sometimes a questionnaire about your lifestyle. Eye health is influenced by so many factors: your diet, sleep patterns, screen time, and even your family history. Being honest and detailed in your responses helps the doctor detect potential risks early on. And here's an interesting tip. Your eyes can also reveal subtle clues about your mental and physical health. For instance, eye strain or dryness may indicate too much screen exposure, while yellowing in the whites of your eyes can suggest liver issues. Isn't it fascinating how much information your eyes can hold? All right, in the next part of our podcast, we'll dive deeper into the actual eye exam itself, what to expect, the different tests you might undergo, and how to make the most out of your appointment. We'll also discuss some common phrases and vocabulary used in the clinic, so you'll feel confident communicating with your eye doctor. In this segment, we're going to take a deep dive into what actually happens during an eye exam. If you've ever felt a little nervous about visiting an eye doctor, this will demystify the process and give you the confidence to speak knowledgeably during your appointment. First things first, when you enter the clinic, the nurse or assistant might measure your visual acuity, which is basically how sharp your vision is. You'll likely be asked to read letters from a chart, usually the classic Snellen chart, which starts with a big E at the top and gradually gets smaller. You might hear your doctor say, "Cover your left eye," or "Read the smallest line you can see." This test is fundamental because it determines whether you need corrective lenses and provides a baseline for your eye health. Next, you may undergo a refraction test. This is when the doctor uses that robotic-looking machine I mentioned earlier, the phoropter. Through it, you'll look at a series of lenses and decide which one makes the letters clearer. You might hear questions like, "Which is better, 1 or 2?" as they fine-tune your prescription. Advanced vocabulary here includes terms like myopia for nearsightedness, hyperopia for farsightedness, and astigmatism, which refers to a cornea with an irregular shape. Understanding these words will make your conversation with the doctor much smoother. After that, the doctor often examines the internal structures of your eye. This can involve dilating your pupils with eye drops so that the doctor can see the retina, optic nerve, and blood vessels at the back of your eye. You might notice that your vision is blurry for a few hours after dilation, and bright light can feel uncomfortable. During this part of the exam, the doctor might mention terms like optic disc, macula, or retina, all critical components of eye anatomy. Another common test is the tonometry test, used to measure intraocular pressure. This is crucial for detecting glaucoma, a condition that can damage the optic nerve and lead to permanent vision loss if untreated. Sometimes the doctor uses a puff of air test, which may feel a bit surprising but is completely harmless. Advanced learners should note the terms intraocular pressure and glaucoma. These are often used in medical discussions or articles about eye health. Some patients also undergo visual field testing, which checks your peripheral vision. You'll look at a screen or device and respond when you see tiny lights in your side vision. This test helps detect scotomas, or early signs of eye disease. You might hear the doctor say, "We're checking for scotomas," which is a technical term for areas of partial vision loss. Finally, don't forget the discussion about lifestyle and preventive measures. The doctor might ask about your screen time, exposure to sunlight, diet, or family history. You'll also receive personalized recommendations, such as taking breaks from digital devices to reduce eye strain, using lubricating eye drops for dryness, or wearing UV protective eyewear outdoors. Advanced learners can practice these phrases as they're common in health consultations and professional contexts. By the end of the exam, you should have a clear understanding of your vision, any corrective needs, and your overall eye health. Remember, asking questions like, "Could you explain what this measurement indicates?" or "Are there preventative measures I can take?" shows that you're proactive about your health and also helps improve your English communication skills. In the next and final segment, we'll discuss treatment options, corrective lenses, surgery, and maintaining long-term eye health. We'll also explore some idiomatic expressions and advanced phrases you can use when talking about eyes and vision in everyday or professional contexts. We've already explored why regular eye exams are essential and what happens during an eye checkup. Now let's talk about what comes next: treatment options, corrective lenses, surgery, and daily habits for maintaining optimal eye health. First, let's discuss corrective lenses. If your exam reveals nearsightedness, farsightedness, or astigmatism, your doctor might prescribe glasses or contact lenses. Glasses are straightforward, but choosing the right frame, lens type, and coatings, like anti-reflective or blue light filtering, can significantly impact comfort and vision quality. Contact lenses require proper hygiene and care, including cleaning solutions and storage cases. Advanced learners should note phrases like refractive correction, lens prescription, and visual acuity optimization. These terms are often used in professional or academic discussions about vision. For some patients, refractive surgery may be an option. Procedures like LASIK or PRK can reduce dependence on glasses or contacts by reshaping the cornea. While these surgeries are highly effective, they require a thorough consultation and careful postoperative care. You might hear the doctor use terms like corneal flap, laser ablation, or postoperative regimen, all excellent vocabulary for advanced learners who want to sound professional when discussing medical procedures. Another common issue is dry eye syndrome. The doctor may recommend lubricating eye drops, dietary changes to increase omega-3 fatty acids, or even advanced treatments like punctal plugs to reduce tear drainage. For more chronic conditions, there could be prescription medications such as anti-inflammatory eye drops or oral supplements. These are great examples of advanced terminology you can integrate into conversations about health or science. Now, let's talk about daily eye care habits, which are essential for long-term vision health. Simple strategies can make a huge difference. Following the 20-20-20 rule, every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds to reduce digital eye strain. Wearing UV protective sunglasses outdoors to prevent cataracts and macular degeneration. Maintaining a nutrient-rich diet, including leafy greens, fish, and nuts, which support retinal health. Practicing good screen hygiene, like adjusting brightness, reducing glare, and using blue light filters. Idiomatic expressions also come in handy when describing vision and perception in English. For example, you might hear phrases like "keep an eye on" to monitor something closely, or "in the blink of an eye" very quickly, or "see the big picture, understand the overall situation." Using these in conversation makes your language sound more natural and engaging. Before we wrap up, remember that regular eye exams are more than a routine. They're an investment in your health and your future. Early detection of conditions, proper treatment, and preventive care can make the difference between maintaining excellent vision for decades or struggling with avoidable complications. So, to summarize our journey today, we started by understanding the importance of eye health, explored the step-by-step process of an eye exam, and finally discussed treatments, corrective options, and daily habits. By now, you should feel confident not only about visiting an eye doctor, but also about using advanced English vocabulary and phrases to describe the experience. Thank you for joining me on Seeing Clearly. Remember to take care of your eyes. They're literally your windows to the world. Until next time, keep your vision sharp and your curiosity sharper.
Hello, Arthur. What seems to be the problem?
Hey, Doc. Well, I think I might need glasses. I'm getting headaches, and I really struggle to see things that are far away. But I've always had 20/20 vision.
Sounds like you might be farsighted. Okay, then, cover your left eye and read the chart in front of you.
X, E, R, 3, question mark, and I can't quite make out the other symbol, but I think it's the peace sign.
Wow, Arthur, you're as blind as a bat.
Yeah, I know. My vision is really blurry at times.
Okay, then. Head over to the other room and pick out some frames while I fill out your prescription.
Thanks, Doc.
Arthur, that's the bathroom.
Okay, so talking about going to the eye doctor today, I have a question for our listeners.
A challenge for the listeners.
What's it called when you can't distinguish colors?
So like when you can't tell the difference between red and blue and green.
Right. So what is that condition called? So
there's like a technical term. We want the technical term.
We want the technical term. So we'll be looking for it on our comments page, and be sure to, if you know the answer, post it.
At EnglishPod.com. Also, if you have questions about today's lesson or any other lesson, please come and visit our website and ask us.
Yeah, we hope to see you there, but until then, it's...
Goodbye.
Bye. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. Appears or is. Seem to be. Try very hard. Struggle. Perfect eyesight. 20/20 vision. See. Make out. See far away things more clearly than things nearby. Farsighted. Have really poor vision. As blind as a bat. Ability to see things. Vision. Not clear. Blurry. Choose. Pick out. A message written by a doctor that tells people what medicine to take. Prescription. Let's try that faster. See far away things more clearly than things nearby. Farsighted. Perfect eyesight. 20/20 vision. Try very hard. Struggle. Have really poor vision. As blind as a bat. See far away things more clearly than things nearby. Farsighted. Have really poor vision. As blind as a bat. Appears or is. Seem to be. Choose. Pick out. Not clear. Blurry. See far away things more clearly than things nearby. Farsighted. Choose. Pick out. See. Make out. Perfect eyesight. 20/20 vision. Not clear. Blurry. Appears or is. Seem to be. Have really poor vision. As blind as a bat. Perfect eyesight. 20/20 vision. See. Make out. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. Seem to be. Trevor seems to be getting sick. He has a fever. Struggle. She was struggling to find a new job. Make out. I can't make out what this says. The writing is too small. Prescription.
Here's your prescription. Make sure you take the right amount of pills every day. Struggle. She was struggling to find a new job. Make out. I can't make out what this says. The writing is too small.